Black Moon Jesus. It's August 7th at 2:07 a.m. Just had my shower. I don't sleep anyway, so I have one of Rafe's videos going from Tasmania. My orange soda. And something that happened today, I was looking at my my Facebook, and one of my trumpet friends had an interesting question. And a lot of trumpet players and some trombone players commented similar difficulties. And the issue was weight gain and having to readjust equipment to be able to play. And then now weight loss and not being able to find something that works. So like the width of the mouthpiece, the depth, the conical versus the V, trying all kinds of ways to get pressure because they feel like their muscles don't work right, or maybe the diaphragm's not working. And I've spoken to this before, but part of the robotification of the human was to cut things, cut out pieces of the light body, to actually cut light body parts that belong to muscles. We didn't even have a diaphragm after a certain point. So when I look backwards, I had I just was playing on a student line trombone with like a 12C mouthpiece, and I didn't even consider it. And I played fine. I was first chair. It worked. I didn't even consider changing mouthpieces or anything. And then I got into college and they forced me to play a 42 Bach. Is that what those are? Those great big ones with the F attachment? That was a trillion years ago. And I couldn't hold it anymore. I had started losing being able to breathe. And that's all that it is you breathe to be able to play these things. So then I was supposed to fill up this giant horn. And I was using a bag with a garden hose, and then there was that ping pong ball thing that you blow and keep it up. And I was blowing pieces of paper on the wall to get the right amount of flow, but it's just diminished and diminished. And by the time I was 35, I'd had some kind of thing, and I'm going to say it from the now. They had pulled something out of my shoulder, and I couldn't hold the trombone at all. So I switched to trumpet, which was a 5-year process, and I had a friend who helped me, but I was still, I couldn't play very high. I could get an A above the staff, and that's about it. Sometimes I could squeak out a B or a C, but I got pretty adept at the fingerings and could play like third in a jazz band. I often played third and would sometimes solo. I mean, it was a whole new thing, but I couldn't get enough pressure. And that would not be a word that some people would want to use, but. And then by the time, well, then I found a person who was using an apparatus to hold the trombone and would bring it forward. So I got that and started playing trombone again. But then by 2015, I was so dizzy when I played, and my heart was going nuts, and I ended up in the ER. And that was when they started setting us up as robots. And we were being bombarded, we'll say, by the other side, by larger beings, instead of just being in the intestinal tract. They were walking through us. And those apparatuses began to become more and more, and they started filling up our mouths. So we lost elasticity because they had things in the light body and in the etheric body. And the image I got was, well, I mean, if you look at the video from, I don't know, I have it pinned, I think, to my social medias. If you look at the video of me from June, maybe last year, that I put with a current, you can see that I can't move my mouth. And that's how bad it got. You can see that it's just like, it's almost like this. And now I can do this. I can even go, which I absolutely could not do June of last year. I can't believe I just did that. That's the first time I've tried it. So I could probably pick up my brass again, but I had to quit. So by 2016, I had quit playing trombone and was playing drums. And so the whole point is those people that were on that thread were all seen, and they're going to get the light body parts. And I think that's just so cool. Of course, as time moves on, everybody's going to get fixed. But right now, there's so much with the people who are going to lead us out that they have to select. And if it's seen by me, and if I react, then that person, for some reason, gets to be the one that gets to be fixed. But in your considerations, if you're someone who I have not seen, there's a trillion people I have not seen, just consider it. They're listening. But there's so many people that they can't help everyone right now. It's just so much. I hate saying that, but eventually everyone will have their diaphragm back and their muscles back. It's been a shit show. But we get to be alive without evil. That's it.